Today I am finally going to show you guys what this thing can actually do. I'm going to cut some grass with it. Let's check it out. So the Gravely ZTX 42-inch deck mower, that's the Gravely mower here. We're going to mow my personal yard with it. Let's check out the grass that we're going to be cutting here. So as you can see, it's quite tall here. It's about 5 to 6 inches tall. Probably, well, it's more like 7 or 8 inches tall. I'm going to cut it down to 4. Now, this front part here is very lush green. It's got clover in it and stuff, but it grows pretty thick. Let me take you to the side yard and I'll show you that. So this side of the yard is thinner. It is thickening up. I aerate and overseed every year since last year, so this will be the second time that I'm overseeding. I'm going to continue to do it, but it still isn't quite as thick as I want it. If you recall, I used to park my trailer here, so that's why these bare spots are here. Hopefully I can get rid of those this fall with aerating and overseeding. And then over there around the tree, we have some tree swings, and the kids from the neighborhood and our kids, they swing there, so those spots are going to be bare. I'm not going to overseed those spots because it's just going to mess it up anyway. And then the back is kind of a mix. It's really thick and tall in some spots, and other spots it's thin and not as tall. So we're just going to mow it all. We're going to speed this video up about 2 times or so, just so that we can get through it quickly. But I'm going to show you the quality of the cut and things like that with the Gravely ZTX. Let's get at it. Okay guys, so I only did one cut. Normally I have to double cut, but I just for the purposes of this video, allowing you guys to see how this mower cuts with one single cut at a very average speed, average like medium to slow speed. Even though I sped the video up, I was going fairly slow. So let's take a look at the cut, and hopefully you can see the cut of this mower here. Let me turn you around here. Alright guys, so with my naked eye, I can see a ton of stragglers. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but there is a ton of stragglers up here on this hill. As I have said before, I don't really care about the cut quality too much on this mower because it only gets used 4 or 5 times a week, so in backyards. So it's not a huge deal to me. I can live with it. It was a cheap mower, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want to go out and spend, you know, $8,000 on a 36-inch stand-on mower when I could get this one for $3,000, and it can do a fairly good job. Alright, so now we're up here in the front yard. Let me adjust the lighting and we'll show you the cut on the front yard. So this is the cut on the front yard. It's not too bad. We've got some right there that it didn't cut really good. Right along there. There's another spot there. And then this mower, because the deck is so far back towards the back tires, it has a tendency to bottom out, as you can see right there. And that really sucks, but it is what it is. I got another bottom out here. Normally, I have my son cut this with a push mower just because of this hill. This used to be a pine tree here, and it got blown over by wind, so we had the stump ground. We just planted grass over it and went from there, but unfortunately it left this steep hill here, and it's hard to mow with the stand-on mower or the 42, so we just push mow it. Cut quality is not too bad. I mean, it's livable for a homeowner for sure, which this is a homeowner mower, so it's definitely livable for a homeowner. However, for a company like mine, as you can see here, it doesn't have good suction at all. It didn't suck up this matted grass here, as you can see, and so that didn't get cut. It's just the way it is. But you know, for what I paid for it, it's not a bad mower. So a lot of guys will ask me, why did I buy another Gravely when I had such a bad experience with the Gravely Pro Stance with its cut quality? And the biggest reason is there's not a lot of mowers that have a 42-inch deck that have 3 blades, and that's one thing that I really wanted. You know, based on what I had before, which was a Hustler Raptor SD, it had 2 blades. It was a 42-inch deck, and it left a little strip of grass down the middle. I did not want that, so I went with the 3-blade setup. In fact, I think Gravely might be the only one that has the 3-blade setup for the 42-inch deck, and so that was a big reason for me going with this mower. I did my homework, what homework I could do on it. They don't give demos on residential mowers like this, but as all Gravely mowers, it's built really well. The cut quality isn't great, but it's good enough for me. I would probably double cut everything here because the cut quality just isn't quite where I want it to be. As if it was a customer yard anyway, I would certainly double cut it if that was the case. Obviously on a yard this size I would be using my stand-on mower, but for today's video I wanted to show you the ZTX 42, and it's an okay mower if you don't have too many backyards to do. It's really going to eat into your efficiency if you have a ton of backyards to cut.